喂，你好啊，明報嘅，想問翻咧，即係今個月6號咧，食環署就同年初港區人大代表洪為民生日宴咧嘅出席者發出告票啦。咁涉及就有6位嘅顧客係即係參與者係違規嘅。咁想問呢6人係包唔包括官員嘅咧？如果係包括嘅話，係邊幾位咧？包唔包括民政事務局前局長徐英偉咧？咁第二就係想問翻社交距離措施放寬嘅一啲情況啦。咁想問翻第3階段6月21號係咪就可以放寬所有食肆咧就通宵堂食同埋冇限入座人數咧？同埋有冇空間係提前放寬咧？另外政府有冇一個清晰嘅路線圖咧？即係口罩令同埋限聚令咧喺咩情況底下係可以解除或者放寬咧？咁第三就係問因為見到最近上海就爆發疫情啦。咁上海都有封城同埋強檢而引申一啲問題出現，就好似報章提及到嘅，即係配給錯亂啊、分配資源不足等等啦，就有啲民怨發生咗啦。咁其實上海呢啲社區組織就非常之緊密啦，但係都有呢種混亂嘅情況。如果香港實施禁足或者係封城嘅話，會唔會都出現類似嘅情況呢？咁特首有冇慶幸即係當初係暫緩咗禁足強檢，避免咗啲亂象出現呢？唔該。
3個問題。第一呢，就係食環署公布咗就住一個生日宴會嘅調查工作同埋採取嘅執法行動呢，我唔會再評論㗎啦嚇。如果食環署作為執法機構都唔會，亦都覺得唔適宜去公佈究竟乜嘢參加嘅人士呢係接受咗呢個告票呢，就冇乜可能由行政長官可以公佈嘅嚇。第二呢，就有關社交距離措施嘅詳情呢，就請明天呢，我哋會同大家交代。但係如果你話有冇空間提早，咁就冇啦，因為最早都係4月21日，因為今日已經係有一個法定嘅規例，係由食物及衛生局局長發出，就一直將行咗一段時間嘅所有嘅社交距離措施嘅有效期呢，係延伸到去4月20日。咁所以最早嘅第一階段放寬呢，都係只係4月21日。而我喺3月21日公佈話，如果個疫情冇反彈，而且係繼續持下降嘅趨勢，可以分3個階段3個月嘅放寬呢，當時嘅説法都係絕大部分嘅社交距離嘅措施呢，係可以逐步放寬，但係戴口罩同埋限制一啲嘅聚會呢，係需要繼續一段時間嚇。咁繼續到幾耐呢？呢個當然係睇疫情嘅發展啦。香港會唔會有新一波疫情啦？或者係全世界呢個新冠病毒會唔會有變種啦？所以不能夠而家呢嚟到去具體説明。香港抗疫就以我哋嘅實際嘅情況呢嚟到去考慮嚇。但係無論喺香港嘅抗疫或者上海嘅抗疫呢，最大家睇到咧，就係嗰種大家去馳援一個地方嚇。我哋係中華人民共和國不可分離嘅部分，上海當然亦都係國家嘅一部分。只要喺中華人民共和國裏邊任何一個城市、任何一個地點發生咗呢啲大型嘅公共衛生嘅危機咧，各個省市喺中央嘅領導之下咧，都係會奔走去嗰個地方咧嚟到去支援。今次香港就睇得好清楚，國家對我哋嗰個關愛。我頭先講，我哋今日可以還咁多嘅單位俾翻居住環境惡劣嘅人士，就係因為中央馳援，幫我哋喺好短時間，真係唔夠1個月咧，就建設咗呢5000多個單位嘅方艙嘅隔離設施，亦都俾咗我哋好大嘅能量。如果第日再有新一波疫情呢，我哋呢啲備用嘅設施呢，將會發揮佢哋應有嗰個嘅力量。咁所以呢個係值得大家記住喺疫情期間發生嘅事。多謝。
好，下一位記者嘅提問。我嘅右手邊前排。
And secondly, given the surge of cases in the mainland, is Hong Kong planning to review or suspend the quarantine-free return to Hong Kong and come to Hong Kong schemes, since under those schemes, people who have not visited medium and high-risk areas can still come into Hong Kong without hotel quarantine? And finally, nearly 60 airlines have triggered bans flying into Hong Kong since the start of this year. So the business community has said it still wants more certainty on flights and quarantine hotel rooms, even if Hong Kong residents need to quarantine for 7 days. So what more will the government do to bring clarity to the situation, including reviewing the flight suspension mechanism, and will the government consider implementing a closed-loop mechanism for foreign aircrew? Thank you.
Now, in the mainland, yes, we still have schemes which allow people from the mainland, whether they are Hong Kong residents or non-Hong Kong residents, to come back to Hong Kong under the Return to Hong Kong scheme and to come to Hong Kong scheme. We will, of course, review the situation depending on a particular place in the mainland where there is higher risk, and we will put in more precautions like the negative PCR test upon arrival and so on. But the one important thing is in the mainland, they impose very strict rules to prevent people from an infected area to leave that area. So in a way that has helped a lot of places, not just Hong Kong, but all over the world, that they are not sort of exporting infected cases to other parts of the country and also to the rest of the world. So for the time being, we feel that it is very appropriate to continue with these arrangements. But after all, the numbers are not great. Now about flight suspension, I have the Secretary for Transport and Housing sitting next to me, who's also in charge of the aviation industry. This is still a very important component in our anti-epidemic strategy to reduce and prevent the importation of infected cases from outside Hong Kong. Because no matter how much we work and do and impose in terms of social distancing, if we kept on importing positive cases from outside of Hong Kong, that will bring risks to the people of Hong Kong. So we have managed to keep Hong Kong safe for a very long time in the last 2 years, and we will continue to do so. So we have no immediate plans to relax the route-specific flight suspension restrictions that we have introduced. But for those who could come back on these return flights, if they need more quarantine hotels for the 7-day quarantine, then we are supplying more hotels. Just last evening, we issued a press release to inform the public that another 3 extra designated, another 3 hotels will become designated quarantine hotels, providing an extra 2,000 rooms for returnees to book so that they can then board a flight and come back to Hong Kong. Thank you.